My name is Sandra, and I am here to talk about Ammon Hillman. Not only about him, but I'm speaking to him too. I have put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and I am here to ask you to break the bond. You cannot undo it, but you can break it. You can break the bond, this evil bond. As a box on the wall when you were young, between 1994 and 1997. You were in a Masonic lodge. You are a Freemason, definitely. And you did some magic. Not tell me Guido. This is tell me Guido stories. Fantasy. You know, you must come to your senses and ask for forgiveness, even to me, for what you have done. You picked me as your victim because of my skin color, because of the fact that I had no family to watch for me, to support me, besides my children. So, and most of all, you picked me because of my name. My name's Sandra, and as we know, Cassandra is cursed, not to be believed, although she's speaking the truth. She'll never be believed. But so, somewhere between 1994, 1995, 1997, I got this download in my head that I should get dressed in white because today would be my marriage date. I mean, I started laughing really hard. I was cleaning my home and I thought, what the fuck? I am not even engaged and I don't know, I'm not interested. But I thought it was funny. I thought, huh, let me fold my jeans, let me see what happens if I do the white dress on. So after cleaning my house, I had to pick up my son. I took a shower, I dressed in white, and I went to pick up my son. By the time I was there, I had forgotten about this download. But it started again. This download told me to jump in the air with my hands high up in the air and then say halalato. But I never heard that word before, so I thought, hallelujah. And because in the building when I had to pick up my son, they could see from through the window outside. They could see me outside, so I didn't jump with my hands in the air. I thought I saw a jumping rope, and I thought, huh, I take that, and when I'm high, I say hallelujah, and so I did. But when I was up in the air and I said hallelujah, then a couple of fleets happened, but there was nobody there. And at the same time of the couple of fleets, somebody said, like telepathy is not voice, it's hearing, it's not that, it's like telepathy, it just comes into your head like a really big thought, and said Medea. But I never heard that name before, so I thought it's Madalena or something, and I didn't hear correctly. But by the time the ropes are below and I want to, just get rid of it and go inside, I saw blood coming out of my hands. Not physically, but I saw it. I was a bit scared. I immediately ran inside and I said, even, oh my God, a spirit took a photo of me, took a picture of me. And until 2024, I totally had forgotten about this. Actually, 2025. I totally had forgotten about this. But after this day, after this marriage, my life turned totally upside down, inside out. And since then, I'm always running for my life. There were at least four attempts on my life. I say at least because there are two others that other women got it instead of me because of the appearance, and the people mistook them for me, and so one of them is dead, and the other one is just became psychiatric patient because of the uh, drug doses that they gave her was so heavy that she never was the same again. So this is in your hands too, Ammon. You know that. Not only my life and that of my sons, but also these two women. And there is more because it never stopped. You know. I understand now since I followed your channel for 1 year. I understood how you do it, what you done to me, you know. And I wrote you, I asked you, please explain the painting, you know. And then you make a video without the painting, and then you put the painting at the end and everything. Yeah, bathroom series, one of the last ones, probably the last one. Yeah. Quite sick. You have some quite sick actions. So this video is to remind you that you have to break this bond. You know, I am almost 61. September, I'm becoming 61. And I need after 30 years of this, I need to have just a normal life. And just go to work and just be at home and, you know, work home like everybody. But at least that would be, you know, releasing me from this ultimate suffering where these forces orchestrate hell for me daily. You know, I was pushed down from the second floor to the pavement. You know, outside there was a person filming because, yeah, these films work. They business in the darknet. So one person was filming it, then they bet, does she survive? Does she not survive? You know, that kind of shit. And then, of course, I was taken to the hospital, and right after they stitched my head and everything in my hands, whatever, they immediately placed me in a psychiatry afternoon of part in psychiatry. So I woke up there as if I had jumped out of the window myself. But look, second floor, I land on my head. It's not jumping because from second floor, if you jump, you land on your feet. But I'm used to it. Also, Amo already tried to play that I'm crazy. She's crazy. And he also advised me, he's psychiatrist in the video. Yeah, I can pull it all together. Yeah, it's tiresome because I don't want to go back in time to these situations, but he forced me to. He forced me to this. I'm begging him almost a year to just explain, you know, at least the paintings, and then I have peace, you know, why he has the painting of me of that day. So when I was taken to the hospital and woke up in the psychiatry, I was then some days later, I was raped inside there under anesthesia, and it was filmed by 3 cameras because again, yeah, the dark web. So, but ultimately, I left my body because, as Amon says, there was also shit Christ thing. orchestrated. Now I understand. By when I left my body, I saw two eyes watching. So somebody else was there in the room, but not visibly. And this is how Ammon does his things. It does not have to be there physically. He does it with his incantations that he learned. Yeah, the Masonic lodge, of course. I hope that Ammon still has some humanity in there, in his very blackened heart, and that he breaks this evil bond, so that I, as well as my sons, will have from now on a normal life. This marriage, this bond, and ladies, relax. It's not a marriage of love. He chose me as a victim. Black, no one, no family, and my name is Anna. He loves white girls, so go for it. I was just a victim to be abused, to be used. How he uses me, above a certain level where we have the air that we breathe in. So there is another layer and kind of another ether. And there the soul resides. All our souls do not come down to here and attached to us. But the soul is there. And that is where so well the great cabal, these elites, these Freemasons and Ammon, they reach our souls there, and the soul see things neutral is neutral. So if you ask a soul to help me, and it must sacrifice itself, it must give up an arm or whatever, the soul will agree. That this is how we get deceived. And if the soul agrees, the body has no command anymore. So the soul agreed, and whatever the soul agreed, it will be orchestrated by forces, yeah, invisible forces. And so this is happening to me for 30 years. I think Ammon is quite evil because he made me find him. He made me. So I was, no, at the moment I'm in the Netherlands, but in 2022 I was in Portugal. I was living there for 2 years or three, and up to be seven. And I was working as customer support, and I worked from home, remote work. And after my work, it was so like 43 degrees inside, and it was so hot, and all I wanted was just to lay down, relax, and watch some funny videos or whatever. But then his video came into to my feed, and yeah, he said again, "I am your husband." I come on, Sandra, you really died. Skip this, and so I didn't even care to watch or anything. So this was 2022, and then in 2024, I lived elsewhere in Portugal doing the same work, and then I was working, and it was hot, and the window was open, and suddenly these owls, they came. I mean, it's 11 in the morning, 11 a.m., 12 a.m. I mean, owls come from sunset and later, not 11 a.m. No, they don't. But they were there 3 hours, and they were screaming so loud. They were calling so loud when I was working. Still, I knew they were calling me. I could feel it all over my body. These owls are calling me. What the fuck? So as soon as I had my 10-minute break, I went outside, and I just directly asked the owls, "Hey, what's up?" And they replied telepathically. I received the message. Yeah, we bring death. We come to bring death. And look, I had a small kitten. that I was really so much in love, and I wanted to protect her. Oh my God. There was a car passing and then it stopped. Said something. Anyways, so this this rape, she's Christ, Ammon Hillman got stoned committing these crimes to me. And he came to me again in 2024. I was living somewhere else. And his house, they definitely just told me, we bring that. I started to throw pebbles and stones to his house as to shoo them away. But they stayed. And the next day, there was a bird in the mouth of my cat, or my kitten. And so I took the bird inside and I healed it. But with the bird, Ammon came inside too. He could come inside with eyes to see. Eyes to see. He uses birds and he used this little bird to come inside because the owl was not coming inside. But he was inside my house. He was with me for, I think, 6 hours altogether. I think, yeah, from the morning until the afternoon. Because I took shower, he was with me. He was saying me things like, "Yeah, you look really good, really sexy." Because I felt really broken, and actually, I am practically asexual. I don't feel any. I don't have any libido because I'm severely traumatized, and so. But then in 2024, when he was there in my bathroom watching me, looking at me in the mirror and everything, and talking to me telepathically, and then I dressed. That day, I put on a dress that has is just to my body, as I am short and skinny. So if I wear big things, it looks like I don't know, Madonna. So this dress is just like this one, to my body, but the color is a brick color, or let's say dark peach color. And he said that I looked really nice, and he called me the red heifer. So I said, "What is that?" I didn't even know what it was. 2024. He said, "It's a cow." And I said, "Come on, man, I'm not a cow." I said, "Come on, I'm not a cow." And then suddenly he asked me, "Aren't you curious to know who I am?" And I said, "Okay, tell me who you are," because I didn't know I was having a conversation with another person. I just thought these thoughts are playing in my head. And the guy told me, "I am your husband." I started to laugh again. I said, and I was totally forgotten about the situation, the incident 6 years ago. I started laughing. I said, "Come on, I don't have a husband. I'm not looking for a husband. I just want to lead my own life. And by the way, there are no men. There are lots of males, but there are no men. So if I'm married, if I'm going to get married, or I am married, I must know these men. Otherwise, I'm not married." Anyways, he told me I would watch him on YouTube. I had to laugh again. I said, "Come on, the spirit on YouTube." Yeah, this was 2024. And then his videos started to show more in my feed, come to me in my feed. And by the way, the reason he found me in 2024, 22nd of October, 2024. I never forget that day. 22nd October, 2024. He found me because I had written him. I wrote him an email for the first time, September 2026. 26 September 2024. I wrote him an email or maybe just a comment where I said, huh, these things are still happening. If you want to know more, yeah, just ask any question, something like that. Because look, I don't want to be famous. I'm not looking for viewers. I'm just telling you my thing because I'm really tired and I deserve a life not captive to any sick fuck because he deceived myself. So I need to pick up my thread. So the video, Ammon's videos started to come more to my feed, and I started to watch more. And then, if I'm not mistaken, in 2024 or 2025, there is a video finding her, yeah, something like this. And I guess it's that one that he speaks about Cassandra, and I recognized a lot what he said, and I thought it sounds like me, you know. And well, but I didn't take much because my life was just working, you know, and I don't mix with anybody. I don't search for friends, for meetings. I don't have any of that. Just work in my own life, you know. My animals, my garden, that's what I like. I love plants and I do a lot with plants. Many wild stuff. Yeah. Anyways, yes, I am a herbalist and an homeopath. Classical homeopathy. Anyways, I'm on 2024. I started watching these videos and this one video finding her. It's practically all 2025. It's about calling me, come back to me, and come here. And then later, from June on, it's much about me. Then you see also that the muse has my skin color many times and stuff like that. And since December 2025, maybe November, he started to change the face of the muse, one of the faces. And I understood that there is a woman, a white woman with green eyes that is now his favorite muse. And that's how he does it. When a person starts questioning his integrity, and I just wanted explanation. But what he did to me in videos. So he never speaks to me, he never wrote me, he never answered my email, but he replies it in videos. And so he is mirroring, he mirrors a lot. And that is how he gets people to get hooked or to come back to his videos. He mirrors, yeah. It's like projection, yes, projecting, yeah. He does a lot of that. And also, when you see in 2025 lots of videos against the bears and against other people where these people have mud or poo on them, it's not for them. It's about me. It's about shaming me. Yeah. This Ammon Hillman is quite a person, but not in a good way. And by the way, his chewing daughter, his doggy dog, Choo Choo, she is quite something too. She worked so perfectly the whole show. He already arranged with her when I say this, you laugh really hard. And it was, of course, to humiliate me, of course. He does this a lot. When she goes giggle, and there is at least two videos where she does that. It's about shaming me, humiliating me. So actually, I really wish, maybe I work on it. Send some really strong I wish that what he done to me backfires to both of them. His daughter that he helps him. I mean, she's an adult, right? Like you said, she's an adult, so she can take things. If you go to war, expect fight. Yeah, you make a war, right? Battle. So, and I mean, I'm not impressed about this AI shit. But you just need to do really good commands. That's all. Understand? And by the way, when you guys die, it's gonna be really, really bad. Unless Daddy comes to his senses. No, when we were young, we did mistakes. Yeah, you did mistakes, and you did a real disgusting mistake to hold my soul captive in exchange for your well-being or your benefits for you, because it's like so above, so below. So this bond, I am below, he's above. You know, yeah. No, 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 no more, no more. You release me by breaking the bond and burning the painting. Yeah, burn that fucking painting. First you break the bond, and when you burn the painting, I don't want to see it. So you must make a video of it. And I tell you, I will know. You know, I will know. I will know if you did it or not. And you know also that I can send really powerful thoughts. You know that. Don't try me. By the way, I've watched, unfortunately, one of these last videos in Cruz channel. I mean, you were speaking to the audience, and you have such searching eyes. Your eyes are searching. I know what they're searching for. Don't try me. Don't try me. You took already 30 years of my life. I could not see you before. But you like psychopaths do this, They love their victims for bullying themselves. Who is this powerful person that made me suffer so much? Yeah, so you did. You pulled me in so that I would understand who you are. So I understood now. You are the person who is still in my life force, my energy, things that would supposed to be good for me. You are still in that. So as above, so below. Shit. This is what you do. This is what the bond serves for this. The bond you created with me is to serve you with my life force. Like you are like a vampire attached to my soul. Sucking, yeah, because this marriage is not about love. Actually, I wonder if ever you knew what love is. Just being bitten by this kind of mosquito. I have to it. Oh God, oh God, wait a minute. So for now, I think I stop, but there is much more to tell. Yeah. Maybe another day, and I want to make a video where I also show the emails and his reaction with videos. For instance, the one video when after I asked him to explain the painting, and I think this last video from the bathroom series is the video 23 December 23, 2025. Yeah, he he made the whole show practically almost till the end. There is no picture, there is no painting on the toilet closet, you know. And then almost at the end, he puts on it and he says, "I'm glad you remembered." Yeah, I will be back with the story because it's not finished yet. I just want to be free, man. I don't want to be famous. Shit. And I'm too tired of this world. Text me on how much fun you can have with suffering how amazing. And then I would never if I see these pictures from before when we were still dating. Or I could not I cannot see David doing this either. But Ammon the eighth, gosh, hell of a creature. For me, it's all about his gold. It's all about his pain. What he wants to do. I'm going to stop you now. I'm really being bitten by mosquitoes a lot. Mosquitoes as out. They really are becoming bad. Sometimes on YouTube now. There is the 29th, July 29th. And it's about 20 past 8 p.m. Peace. And definitely more of this thing that I'm saying goodbye.